There's a bar outside El Paso where the neon burns blood red, and broken men keep hiding from the ghosts inside their heads. I pulled in there past midnight with whiskey on my breath, trying hard to bury memories that still smelled a little like death. Every road behind me echoed with mistakes I couldn't hide, and every storm I barely survived still thundered deep inside. There's a cross across the highway, standing lonely in the rain, and tonight beneath that darkness everything began to change. Then the thunder cracked above me as the jukebox played too low, and something through the silence said, "Son, it's time to go." The devil waited at the bar door, but mercy met me first. Grace walked through the smoke and shadows and reached into the hurt. I was drowning in temptation with no strength left in my soul, but heaven moved through all that darkness and finally took control. Now every scar reminds me God still saves the lost. The devil waited at the bar door, but grace already paid the cost. I walked outside half shaking as the rain soaked through my clothes, and the church bells down the highway cut through the midnight cold. There's an old revival chapel standing worn against the storm. Its windows glow like heaven through the desert dark alone. Then the preacher spoke of mercy for the weary and ashamed, and every word kept burning like fire through my veins. The choir rose like thunder through the old cathedral walls, and for the first time in forever I stopped trying not to fall. All the fear I carried for years started fading with the rain, like heaven wrapped around me and broke apart my chains. The devil waited at the bar door, but heaven called my name. Grace pulled me from the wreckage and washed away the shame. I was buried in the loneliness, trying hard to numb the ache, but mercy kept pursuing me till my spirit finally woke. Now revival burns within me like lightning through the rain. Since grace found me broken, nothing stayed the same. Maybe God still walks through darkness, searching for the lost. Maybe grace still shines the brightest at the foot of every cross. Maybe broken roads and heartache were never there in vain. Maybe heaven builds redemption inside our deepest pain. And maybe every storm I walk through, every scar and every fall was leading me toward mercy that had been there through it all. The devil waited at the bar door. Now redemption fills my veins. Every wound became a witness to the mercy in his name. Now the I still hear those church bells ringing every time I pray, since grace found me standing at that bar door that day. The dawn rolled through El Paso as the storm clouds drifted west, and somewhere through the silence my restless soul found rest. Burns black tonight. I've been running from my demons since I was barely old enough to fight. Every road I took got darker, every bottle pulled me low, and every prayer felt unanswered, like heaven letting me go. There's a revival tent outside Macon, shaking in the thunder wind, and the old choir keeps on singing for the broken souls trapped in sin. I stood there in the pouring rain with trembling in my hands, wondering if grace still waited for a broken man. Then the preacher raised his voice, his lightning split the sky, and something deep within my spirit finally came alive. Chains rattled in the midnight rain when mercy called my name. Heaven moves through all my darkness and broke apart the shame. I was drowning in addiction with no strength left in my soul, but grace came crashing through the thunder and finally took control. Now every scar reminds me God still breaks the chains. Since the night my soul awakened in the midnight rain, yeah, in the midnight rain. The guitars scream like sirens as the choir stomped the floor, and every word about redemption hit harder than before. I fell down there beside the altar with mud soaked through my jeans, carrying all the wreckage of the man I used to be. Then the old preacher grabbed my shoulders and said, "Son, you're not too far gone." And something in the roar of heaven told me I belong. The thunder rolled around us like freedom through the storm, and for the first time in forever I felt my soul reborn. All the fear I carried for years started drowning in the rain, like heaven wrapped around me and shattered every chain. Chains rattled in the midnight rain, where broken hearts get free, where grace walks through the fire and reaches souls like me. I was buried in the darkness, trying hard to numb the ache, but mercy kept pursuing reach the heavens for the souls about to fall. Maybe grace still moves like thunder when the broken finally call. Maybe every storm I walked through, every scar and every fight was leading me toward freedom in that revival night. And maybe chains start breaking the moment mercy speaks. Even shattered men can rise again when heaven sets them free. Chains rattled in the midnight rain. Now redemption fills my veins. Every wound became a witness to the power in His name. Now the road ahead feels brighter, like sunrise through the storm. And heaven turned this shattered life into something reformed. I still hear that choir roaring every time I pray. Since the night my chains were broken in the midnight rain. In the midnight rain. The dawn rolled through Georgia as the storm clouds drifted west. Somewhere through the thunder, my weary soul found rest. There's a porch light glowing softly down a road in Tennessee, where Mama used to sing old hymns while supper filled the breeze. I left that town at 17, thinking freedom and escape. But every road I wandered down just led me into pain. Every bar became a shelter, every night blurred into shame. And every storm I barely survived still whispered my name. Now I'm standing in that driveway with trembling in my hands, wondering if grace still waits for a broken man. Then I heard the screen door open as the wind moved through the trees, and something in the silence brought me to my knees. There's a front porch revival where mercy meets the worn out soul, where grace still leaves the light on for the sun's trying to come home. I was drowning in the darkness with no strength left in my veins, but heaven found me waiting in the middle of the rain. Now every scar reminds me love still heals the lost at that front porch revival beneath the Southern Cross. Mama held my shaking shoulders like I never left it all, and the old church bells kept ringing down beyond the pine so tall. Daddy's Bible sat there open to the verses he once read about the shepherd finding wanderers who believed their hope was dead. Then the choir down the valley started rising through the night, and something deep within my spirit finally felt alive. I fell down there on that old porch with tears running through my face, and heaven wrapped this broken soul inside Amazing Grace. All the fear started fading with the storm, like heaven pulled me gently back to where I belong. There's a front porch revival where broken hearts can heal, where grace walks through the silence and reminds us what is real. I was buried in the loneliness, trying hard to numb the ache, but mercy kept pursuing me till my spirit finally woke. Now revival burns within me like sunrise through the rain. Since that front porch revival, everything has changed. At the end of every road, maybe grace still sounds like mama calling tired sons back home. Maybe broken roads and heartache were never there in vain. Maybe heaven built redemption inside our deepest pain. And maybe every storm I walked through, every scar and every fall was leading me back to mercy that had been there through it all. Oh, there's a front porch revival. Now redemption fills my veins. Every wound became a witness to the mercy in His name. Now the road ahead feels brighter, like dawn after the storm. And turn this shattered life into something reborn. I still hear those old hymns singing every time I pray. Since that front porch revival showed me the way. The dawn rolled through Tennessee as the storm clouds drifted west. And somewhere on that old front porch, my weary soul found rest. There's a chapel down in Louisiana, hidden deep beneath the trees, where the fog rolls through the graveyard like whispers on the breeze. I drove there after midnight with whiskey on my breath, trying hard to outrun memories that still smelled a little like death. Every road behind me echoed with mistakes I couldn't hide, and every storm I barely survived still thundered deep inside. This candlelight behind the stained glass, flickering through the rain. And tonight beneath that haunted glow, everything began to change. Then the old bell started ringing as thunder shook the sky, and something through the darkness finally brought me back to life. There were ghosts kneeling at the chapel, broken souls dressed up in shame, praying for a little mercy while heaven called their names. shaking, with mud soaked through my clothes, and every candle in that sanctuary burned like hidden hope. Then the preacher spoke of mercy for the weary and shamed, and every word kept burning like fire through my veins. Though the choir sounded distant, like voices from the dead, singing resurrection softly for the souls hanging by a thread. I fell down there beside the altar with tears upon my face, and heaven touched this broken heart like lightning mixed with grace. All the fear I carried for years started fading with the storm, like heaven wrapped around me and pulled me toward the Lord. There were ghosts kneeling at the chapel where the lost souls go to heal, where grace walks through the graveyards and reminds us what is real. I was buried in the loneliness, trying hard to numb the ache, but mercy kept pursuing me till my spirit finally woke. Now revival burns within me like fire through the rain. Since the night heaven found me at that chapel in the rain. Maybe God still walks through graveyards, searching for the lost. Maybe grace still shines the brightest at the foot of every cross. Maybe broken roads and heartache were never there in vain. Maybe heaven builds redemption inside our deepest pain. And maybe every storm I walk through, every scar and every fall was leading me toward mercy that had been there through it all. There were ghosts kneeling at the chapel, now redemption fills my veins. Every wound became a witness to the mercy in His name. Now the road ahead feels brighter, like dawn beyond the storm, and heaven turned this shattered life into something reborn. I still hear those bells ringing every time I pray, since the night I saw those ghosts kneeling at the chapel that day. Dawn rolled through Louisiana as the fog drifted through the graves, and somewhere through the silence my restless soul was saved. There's a highway through Mississippi where the rain falls hard at night, and the headlights cut through darkness like prayer searching for a light. I've been driving for forever with regret beneath my skin, trying hard to outrun memories and the places I had been. Every town looked tired and empty, Every mile felt cold and long, and every storm I barely survived still sounded like a sad old song. There's an old church near the county line, standing warm against the rain. And tonight beneath those glowing windows, everything began to change. And I heard the choir singing softly through the storm outside, and something in the silence finally came alive. It was a night the choir found me, where the broken soul still pray, where mercy walks through darkness and washes shame away. I was drowning in the silence with no strength left in my soul, but heaven moved through every hymn and finally took control. Now every scar reminds me grace still heals the pain. Since the night the choir found me standing in the rain. I walked inside exhausted, with mud upon my boots, carrying all the lies I told, and the pain I call the truth. The preacher spoke of mercy for the weary and ashamed, and every word kept burning like fire through my veins. Then the choir rose like thunder through the old sanctuary walls, and for the first time in forever, I stopped trying not to fall. I knelt down by the altar with tears running through my face, and heaven touched this broken soul like lightning mixed with grace. All the fear I carried for years started fading with the storm, like heaven wrapped around me and pulled me toward the Lord. It was a night the choir found me, where the lost souls learn to heal, where grace moves through the darkness and reminds us what is real. I was buried in the loneliness, trying hard to numb the ache, but mercy kept pursuing me till my spirit finally woke. Now revival burns within me like sunrise through the rain. Since the night the choir found me and called me back again. Maybe God still walks the back roads, searching for the lost. Maybe grace still shines the brightest at the foot of every cross. Maybe broken roads and heartache were never there in vain. Maybe heaven builds redemption inside our deepest pain. And maybe every storm I walk through, every scar and every fall, was leading me toward mercy that had been there through it all. It was the night the choir found me. Now redemption fills my veins. Every wound became a witness to the mercy in His name. Now the road ahead feels brighter, like dawn after the storm, and heaven turned this broken life into something and showed me the way. The dawn rolled through Mississippi as the storm clouds drifted west, and somewhere through the silence my weary soul found rest. There's a road outside New Orleans where the rain falls black at night, and the river carries secrets far beyond the neon lights. I drove there with a soul half broken and whiskey on my breath, trying hard to outrun memories that still smelled a little like death. Every mile behind me echoed with mistakes I couldn't hide, and every storm I barely survived still thundered deep inside. There's a cross beside the railroad, standing crooked in the rain, and tonight beneath that darkness everything began to change. Then the thunder cracked around me as the river roared below, and something through the silence finally told me to let go. There's thunder over Jericho Road, where broken souls still crawl, where mercy walks through midnight storms and catches us when we fall. I was drowning in the darkness with no strength left in my soul, but heaven moved through the delta rain and finally took control. Now every scar reminds me grace still heals the broken road. Since the night I heard that thunder roar over Jericho Road. Places I had been. Then the preacher spoke of mercy for the weary and ashamed, and every word kept burning like fire through my veins. The choir rose like wildfire through the old sanctuary walls, and for the first time in forever I stopped trying not to fall. Carried for years started fading with the storm, like heaven wrapped around me and pulled me toward the Lord. There's thunder over Jericho Road, where the lost souls learn to heal, where grace moves through the darkness and reminds us what is real. I was buried in the loneliness, trying hard to numb the ache, but mercy kept pursuing me till my spirit finally woke. Now revival burns within me like lightning through the rain, since heaven called this broken soul by name on Jericho Road. Maybe God still walks the highways, searching for the lost. Maybe grace still shines the brightest at the foot of every cross. Maybe broken roads and heartache were never there in vain. Maybe heaven builds redemption inside our deepest pain. And maybe every storm I walk through, every scar and every fall was leading me toward mercy that had been there through it all. There's thunder over Jericho Road. Now redemption fills my veins. Every wound became a witness to the mercy in His name. Now the road ahead feels brighter, like dawn after the storm. And heaven turned this broken life into something reborn. I still hear that thunder rolling every time I pray, since grace found me broken on Jericho Road that day. Jericho Road that day. The dawn rolled through Louisiana as the storm clouds drifted west. And somewhere through the silence my restless soul found rest. There's a porch light down in Tennessee, still glowing through the rain. And the wind moves through the old pine trees like heaven calling my name. I drove there after midnight with whiskey on my breath, trying hard to outrun memories that still smelled a little like death. Every road behind me echoed with mistakes I couldn't hide, and every storm I barely survived still thundered deep inside. There's no Bible on the table, covered up in dust and pain. And tonight beneath that lonely light, everything began to change. And the church bells started ringing somewhere through the storm outside. Something in the silence finally came alive. That was when grace finally broke me like thunder through the rain, broke apart the walls around me and washed away my shame. I was drowning in the darkness with no strength left in my soul, but heaven moved through every scar and finally took control. Now every wound reminds me God still heals the pain. Since the night His grace broke me and called me back again. Church near the valley, standing warm against the storm. Its windows glow like heaven through the cold Appalachian dark. I walked in there exhausted, with regret beneath my skin, carrying all the years I wasted and the places I had been. Then the preacher spoke of mercy for the weary and ashamed, and every word kept burning like fire through my veins. The choir rose like thunder through the old sanctuary walls, and for the first time in forever I trying not to fall. All the fear I carried for years started fading with the storm. Like heaven wrapped around me and pulled me toward the Lord. That was when grace finally broke me, where the lost souls learned to heal, where mercy walks through darkness and reminds us what is real. I was buried in the loneliness, trying hard to numb the ache, but heaven kept pursuing me till my spirit finally woke. Now revival burns within me like sunrise through the rain. Since the night His grace broke me, and everything changed. Maybe God still walks the back roads, searching for the lost. Maybe grace still shines the brightest at the foot of every cross. Maybe broken roads and heartache were never there in vain. Maybe heaven builds redemption inside our deepest pain. And maybe every storm I walk through, every scar and every fall, was leading me toward mercy that had been there through it all. That was when grace finally broke me. Now redemption fills my veins. Every wound became a witness to the mercy in His name. Now the road ahead feels brighter, like dawn after the storm. And heaven turned this broken life into something reborn. I still hear those church bells ringing every time I pray, since the night His grace broke me and showed me the way. Hey, the dawn rolled through Tennessee as the storm clouds drifted west. And somewhere through the silence, my weary soul found rest. There's a motel down in Birmingham where the neon barely shines, and the rain keeps falling sideways like judgment through the night. I pulled in there half broken, with whiskey on my breath, trying hard to outrun memories that still smell a little like death. Every row behind me echo with mistakes I couldn't hide, and every storm I barely survived still thunder deep inside. There's a Bible in the dresser drawer, covered up in dust and shame, and tonight beneath that flicker thunder rolled around me as the old air conditioner hummed. And something through the silence said, son, you ain't too far gone. That's when heaven found me bleeding on the floor of room 23, where mercy walked through all my darkness and still reached out for me. I was drowning in the silence with no strength left in my soul, but grace came crashing through the shadows and finally took control. Now every scar reminds me God still heals the broken things, since heaven found me bleeding and pulled me from beneath. There's an old church by the interstate, standing warm against the storm. Its windows glow like fire through the cold midnight air. I walked in there exhausted, with regret beneath my skin, carrying all the years I wasted and the places I had been. Then the preacher spoke of mercy for the weary and the ashamed, and every word kept burning like lightning through my veins. The choir rose like thunder through the old sanctuary walls, and for the first time in forever I stopped trying not to fall. All the fear I carried for years started fading with the rain, like heaven wrapped around me and broke apart my chains. That's when heaven found me bleeding, where the lost souls learn to heal, where grace walks through the wreckage and reminds us what is real. I was buried in the loneliness, trying hard to numb the ache, but mercy kept pursuing me till my spirit finally woke. Now revival burns within me like sunrise through the rain, since heaven found me bleeding and called me back again. Maybe God still walks the highways, searching for the lost. Maybe grace still shines the brightest at the foot of every cross. Maybe broken roads and heartache were never there in vain. Maybe heaven builds redemption inside our deepest pain. And maybe every storm I walk through, every scar and every fall, was leading me toward mercy that had been there through it all. That's when heaven found me bleeding. Now redemption fills my veins. Every wound became a witness to the mercy in His name. Now the road ahead feels brighter, like dawn after the storm, and heaven turned this shattered life into something reborn. I still hear those church bells ringing every time I pray, since heaven found me bleeding and showed me the way. The dawn rolled through Birmingham as the storm clouds drifted west, and somewhere through the silence